Hi, Jay. Oh, okay. Do you mind? You know, I'll tell Winter. Thank you so much for getting the shares. I love that you call them stonks. How are you feeling? It's kind of weird being able to do an art stream on a Friday night, huh? I think I'll be doing them around this time for the foreseeable future, and maybe we'll keep it if people like it. But mostly this is just to catch up with the leaderboard requests for the most part. I do enjoy having like a decent time on Friday night to kind of catch up with Marcus and stuff. Wow, Jay, I just want to give you a big hug. Oh god. Ugh. I drank the coffee a little too soon. Too quickly. Alright. We're about ready to get started and all that jazz. This is a very unusual time for me to be on, so I'm gonna be doing my introduction per usual. Yay, Jay! Hi, Winter! Happy Catterday, everybody. Happy Catterday. Oh no, Winter! What happened to your... Why are you not a mod over here either? That's so strange. I was so sure I put your YouTube page on the moderator list as well. I did everybody, and I thought you had one last time. That's so odd. Are you accessing it through a different Google page? Every single Google account has a YouTube account as well. It is a happy Catterday indeed. Alright. We'll be doing markers today. Just to let you all know. I did set 4 hours aside for this one, but we do already have the sketch and the line art, so we might be doing another cat request. This was Cat's part 2, so I might skip around the leaderboard a little bit just to make sure that the video stays on point. But besides the point, let's go ahead and switch over. Jacka, hi! Hello everybody, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Angie. I'm a streamer on Facebook Gaming. You can follow me at fb.gg/shenanigans of Angie. I also happen to take commissions on Ko-fi, but today is not a commission. Today I'm making a request from my Facebook Gaming community. Check out the link tree in the pinned comment. Speaking of which... Winter, do you know the link tree by any chance? Aw, Jay, don't worry about it. Maybe next time. If you're feeling like you need to VC exist, I'm always open for that, especially for people who are close to me, you know. I might not be able to say anything, but sometimes just being in the presence of another person that you know cares, even if nothing's being said, can be really, really helpful. Holy moly guacamole, why is there 22 people in here? Hi, everybody! Yes, like I've said, if you don't know me, I'm Angie. I usually stream on Facebook for the most part. You can also find me on Twitch. Hold on, let me get my link tree. Panic! I'm very new to YouTube streaming, so please be kind. Hi. Trying to figure this out. Okay, so that is my link tree. If you're interested in following me on my other social media, it is now pinned. Wowie zowies. Hurrah. And yeah, feel free to chat with me, ask me questions, all that good stuff. Let's take a look at what we got. We got some cats. So we got some cats here. Hello, friends. Don't be shy. I do like to talk with the chat as well. So if you're looking for a buddy to talk to, I'm absolutely here. And willing to lend an ear. Hello, friends. These are Jacka's kitty cats. So the other day we had a part 1, and today will be our part 2. This is the sketch that we did the other day, and then we translated it over to some line art using some Copic liners. And I'll be using Copic sketch markers to color them in today. Jacka, did you want to tell us a little bit about their names and personalities? Get it? Personalities? Hello, hello. Just gonna pull up some of the references so I can make sure I do justice for their cute little patterns. As you can see on this one, each cat has their own distinctive kind of personality and color pattern, just like, you know, cats as they be. And I'm gonna be looking at Jacka's references here in a moment so that I can do some color matching and then kind of reference the sketch that I did as well as the photo to get their likeness. My babies! I know, so cute. Oh my god, hi. Oh. What in tarnation? I am totally not used to this. I think this is like my, my 5th or 6th YouTube live stream, and there's like 232 of you in here? What on earth? Hello? Let me know what your favorite kind of cat is in the chat below. Or above me, I suppose, in this case. Hi. I promise I'm nice. I do also stream in other places. I also do have a Twitch. I have a Twitch and a Facebook gaming. I'm on Facebook gaming as a family-friendly streamer. If you're looking for more of a like the raunchy 18 plus like profanity stuff, you'll want my Twitch. The links are all in the link tree, and you're more than welcome to join our Discord as well, where we have some gaming lobbies too. I'm a little nervous. Oh, I feel like it's my first day streaming. Oh my god. Okay. So, I got this. I can do this. Okay. Thank you all for being here. Let's see. Jacka says their birthday is Monday, and they'll be 14. Nemo, Lovebug, and Rings. But Rings went to heaven last year, yes. So I believe I'm doing this one as Rings. Which one? I'm kind of doing a gradient. So these cats are like lightest to darkest in terms of pattern, which I thought would be really cute to do like a kind of like a coffee gradient with them. Oh, much love. It's not easy, but yes, thank you so much for, there we go. I found you. They look like coffee. This one in the middle is a little bit more orange with like white spots. And then this one looks like... What kind of cats are they? This one has like a tortoise shell kind of like pattern, but it's not a tortoise shell cat, I don't think, no? Rings, Nemo, and then Lovebug. Excellent. Holy moly guacamole. Alright. So first things first. Before I do anything to the final, what I always say is a good idea to do is to get some test strips of paper, whether you're doing watercolor or if you're doing Copic markers. So let's do that. Right here I have the same type of paper that I've cut out into a little strip so that I make sure it's as close to the photo reference as possible. Was that my Siri trying to talk to me? She's a calico tortie. Oh, that makes sense. I was like, she doesn't look like a full tortie, but she does definitely give me some tortie vibes. So if she's mixed with a tortie, then that makes a lot of sense. Okay. Also just gonna like scooch. Oh look. Also I have washi tape that is cats as well. Super cute. I'm just gonna scooch them over a bit just so I can do some color testing over here. Let's see. I'm gonna write their names over here so I don't say their names wrong. So the first one is Rings, Nemo, and then Lovebug. Rings, Nemo, Lovebug. Got it. Thank you for being here, Jacka. It's really helpful to have you here. So Rings is kind of like a creamy color, but also kind of like putty-like. But that is far too, I don't know, actually. This might be okay, but I feel like it's too, this is a Copic marker. This one is marker yellow green 91, which is also called putty, which makes sense that I feel like it's a little too clay-like for the cat. And I think something a little bit more on the warm grays would be more fitting for this cat. Let's try a warm gray number 3, and see the comparisons here. I do like this one a little bit better. Scooching this over. So cute. Okay. What color is Ring's eyes? In the photo reference check, it's a little hard to see what the eyes look like, but I did make the eyes a little bit more open here. Let's see what clay looks like. Because it is, I do want something earthy, but I don't want it to like, what's it called? Green? This I think would be good for the darkest parts of Rings. Hers are blue! Oh, like here. Like a light blue or a dark blue? Or like an aqua. That's an aqua. It's like a turquoise. Let's see a light blue. I think that might be a little too green. This is very dark blue. Maybe like a cool shadow. That I'll probably use that as the highlight for the cat's eyes. Maybe like a minty blue? How's this one? Oh, that's a nice blue. I like that one. Those two together make a really nice. The dark blue, this one? Would you say these three gradients together and this one's more of like the mid-tone? Do I have warm 2? I think I only have W1 and W3, but not the one in between. So I'm gonna stick with Rings for these two grays plus the darkest one as clay. I think these are the appropriate Copic markers for this cat. Just so you can all see. Nice. Yeah? Alright, let's do it. One cat at a time. Music, by the way, is courtesy of Lo-Fi Records. You can find the playlist in the description. If you're a content creator that's looking for music to put on their channel, whether it's YouTube or Twitch, they do allow for their copyright-free versions of their songs to be used. Just make sure you credit them accordingly. And I think that's really nice that they were able to do that. Okay, let's see. Very, very light cat. The one thing I dislike about line art a lot of the times is it tends to take away a lot of the characteristics of the shading that you've done in your sketch. But that's where the coloring part comes in and makes it a lot of fun. I'm doing very light strokes and you can do a lot. Oh my gosh, David, thank you so much for popping in. You can do them in layers. It helps bring out a lot of texture. This belly is kind of light, but I'm going to use a little bit of this for the shading of the belly, like shadows. I'm going to keep it consistent on this belly to kind of mark out the light source. Just so that people looking at it know what we're going for. The tail here has a lot. It's going from like the base, which is right about here, and then it goes into like a darker part of the tail. Especially since we're doing cats, I'm just kind of like, usually I would do a flat base color, but I'm being kind of gentle and doing strokes so that it kind of mimics the fur of the cat. Winter, I love that little cat in a box you got going there. Jacka, since you're here, let me know if there's anything about like the... What about the paws? I can't really see like the front of the paws. Are they completely white or is there like some sort of marking? They were pretty much white? Okay, yeah. So, are there any other portions of this cat that, the ears I can tell are kind of that darker putty, and then I'm gonna go in with the, W3 and kind of add a little bit more depth in here. But she was a pretty white cat, huh? Rings. Notice I haven't switched out Copic markers just yet. They blend really, really well, especially because they're alcohol-based markers. Let's see, we're gonna take it down another notch. but also I'm gonna put it next to this one just to kind of test and see how many layers I can do. This one's like 2 or 3 layers because I did a up and down, back and forth. This one was a very light like touch. I think I'm pretty much gonna just lightly touch around it. She has little shades in her like you already have. Okay, perfect. Seeing a lot like over here. And even though I have another color I'm planning to do for the ear, it really helps blend it together when you have an undertone that kind of ties the piece together. And then you kind of can layer your Copics. Winter, thank you for doing the exclamation lurk. I might even find that I don't want to bring in that other brown color because I'm doing multiple layers of the warmer gray right over here. Oh, I love Copic markers, my goodness. The tail had a lot more. Was the very tip darker or was it kind of just like the top, like I have right here? I'm unsure about the very tippity tip of the tail. I do see a very light pink on the inside of the ear next to the white ear fluff. So I'm gonna grab my powder pink, yellow, red, 00. Again, I'm gonna test it off onto the side first, see if that's what we're looking for. It's a little peachy looking. I'm looking for a little bit more of a delicate pink. So let's try pale pink, red, violet 10. That's much closer. I think this first one would be a really nice undertone or a shading for like a lighter skinned character. I think it was with dark. I don't remember. Oh, Jacka, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Looking at the pattern of the cat where it's like where it starts to gradient up here and then it gets darker, I think the tip was dark. So if that's your if that's what your memory is telling you about, then like yeah, definitely we can just go with that. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm testing the health of my tip because I'm noticing that these Copic marker tips, it's a little bit dirty. But for those of you who are watching that actually use Copic sketch markers, and you know, it gets a little bit pricey per marker. What you can do and what I actually do is I buy replacement nibs and I buy replacement ink, which is cheaper than buying a whole new marker, and then you have a whole entire another marker. So what it is basically is you're just gonna pull this out, replace it with a white tip, which is basically absorbent, and then they give you a replacement ink cartridge and you just kind of squeeze it in gently. And then that way you can save some money, because I know art materials, especially these, can be very, very costly, even though they seem very much worth it. When doing, to avoid getting your tips really dirty like that, I highly recommend starting from your lighter color and then going into your darker color. Just like when you're coloring as a kid, you know what I mean? You had the, anyone ever try to like color in the sun with the yellow and the black markers, and then if you do the black outline first, then try to color in with your yellow, it really makes your yellow marker super icky. Yeah, like I would have done that the opposite way. Lurk to mobile to seeing if the account is different. Yes. Hello, Winter. You do have 2 different accounts, lo and behold. Welcome back. So for here, I'm just coloring in the entirety of the eye, the highlight, which is kind of similar to what I do with watercolors. And then I'm going in with the next shade. So the next one after that was going to be the mint. Now I'm coloring everything except the parts that I want to stay as a highlight. Might look a little, you know, might not be entirely obvious, but it is there. And then now I'm gonna take my darker shade and only kind of go in the shades of the eyes, which is, for me, closest to the pupil, and then right up against the tops. Or the bottoms, depending on light source. So that makes everything else really pop. Pretty. I love that. All right. And then what you can do is, if you have gel pens, I have a silver one right here. You can actually go across it for that shine. So pretty. What a good kitty. I'm gonna use the same shade of pink for the nose. And I'm actually seeing that there's a lot of depth on either side. I'm gonna contour this cat's nose to make it look more like the cat's nose. Which is why I'm glad I have a reference. Oh, I see. That definitely could be the case. Let's see. I'm also seeing some darker shades right here, kind of like mimicking a little bit of eyebrows, but then they kind of disappear off into the white. And then this starts from here and then comes down into the cheeks. Like so. I want these markings to be a little bit more apparent. But again, I want it to look a little bit more natural. Yeah, this looks right, Jacka. Thank you for being so patient, by the way, while, you know, I was healing and, you know, getting everything all together. I'm still working on getting my life together, I think, like a lot of us are, but I really appreciate your patience while I'm doing that. There. How do you feel about this for your kitty cat? I'm gonna go in with the clay, which was this shade over here by my thumb, for the very tips of the ears and the markings up here at the top. I'm so sorry to hear that, Jacka. You know, even when time passes, some things like take a really long time to heal. And it's just a testament about like how much you loved her, you know? We're almost done. We're gonna move on once this is done, and we'll focus on your other cats as well. Yeah, step away as you need. You don't have to stay here if it's like, you know, honestly triggering for you. This was your loved one, you know? Your babies. Again, a little bit more contour here. Yeah, that really helps with the nose bit. And then there's the underneath of the pink here. The pink is a little bit more subtle. Oh yeah, if you want to instead share like really funny stories or like how you got them and focus on those, sometimes that really helps with coping. As you'd like, no pressure. Well, they became my babies at 2 weeks old as Sally, their mom. Oh no, that's so tragic. Well, I'm really glad you were able to be there for them. Oh, you couldn't have kids? So then they became your babies? That's so wholesome, Jacka. Thank you for sharing that. I'm sure there's a lot of people that can relate to that, you know? Fur babies are still babies. Wow. Just the difference from this one to the others. I'm really excited to see this entire piece come together. Look at the difference. Super excited. Winter says, my cats have been my #1 love. Aw, sweet. Okay, I think this is the lightest kitty cat, and then we're gonna go to the darkest. Rings would meow at you if you sneezed. Oh. You know, meows are basically meant for humans. This is looking a little bit too salmon-y for me. What is this called? Oh, it's literally called rose salmon. Well, then this is a perfect shade, but not for Nemo. Oh, Nemo like a clownfish? You know, that makes a whole lot of sense now. Okay, I don't want to cover a poor love bug. Let me go over here. There we go. Let me see what this one is. Caramel. I think that's what I ended up using. This is a very nice orange. It's a very saturated orange, though. Do you like that orange? I think I need to go drop it down a little bit into the browns. Let me see. We have pale sepia as well. Oh, I think that's more accurate. Jacka, since you're here, do you like number 1 or number 2? Kind of like you're going at the eye doctor, right? Number 1 or number 2? And is this cat's... Are these 2 cats... Do they have like yellow-green eyes? He's more of a brown-orange. Yeah, I'm feeling like this one with a little bit more brown in it, right? Like maybe the, like an overlap of these 2. This is sand. And then this is pale sepia, and this is what the overlap looks like. I'll bring it closer so you can see. Two, they both have green eyes. Got you. Yeah, I think the shading and stuff, I'll go ahead and overlap it with the brown to bring in more of those tones. So for this kittens, we're gonna use the white of the paper as well as these 2. And then green eyes. Yeah, they look like they have like a... Could use that for highlight perhaps. And then make like a, yeah, yellow green. Yeah. With an olive. Oh, olive is too dark, I think. Pale olive, I think, is what I'm going for. Yeah. This is the trifecta I want to do for these cats' eyes. Reminds me of other kitty eyes. So we're gonna focus on Nemo now. Nemo, Nemo. All right. Let's see. Sorry for booping the camera, y'all. Didn't mean to do that. No issue, no issue. Welcome back. We just did their eyes. They're green, just like you said. And I'm about to do the markings on Nemo. Adding a few specks of those highlights in both of these cats' eyes to make them really stand out. Do you know the paw patterns on Nemo? So far, I see that this shoulder is all orange. But I'm not sure where it ends. It looks like it kind of ends around here, but I'm not sure about the rest of the kitty cat. Kind of reminds me of the cat from Stray. His feet are white? Okay. How far do these marks go? And is it orange shoulders on both? Socks. Like the very tip. Almost to the bend right here. Aw, cat. There we go. Is all of this orange and basically the belly white? Looks like it goes like here and then like kind of dips in a bit. And then everything else is orange other than the belly. Maybe like a spot in the leg here. Like right here. Should stay white. How about the bottom feet? Does it follow the same pattern as the top feeties? This looks more like a line. Okay, double check for me, okay? I do see his tail though. So the tail is white stripities. So I can definitely do this at least. He's got a little raccoon-like pattern. Just above the paws, like little mitten. On both. So cute. Love cats. Yes, gotcha. Thank you, thank you. I'm trying to work nice and quick in large areas so that it has time to blend all of the strokes together when I'm not looking for it to just look like marker streaks. And because it's fur, I can go in very lightly again, just like what I did with the first cat. For some added texture, basically just kissing the paper with the marker. Very gentle kisses. And then flicking it upwards so that there's a little bit of blend at the very, very end. Areas like this that are tucked behind, but like the tail is in front, so it would cast a shadow, it'd be darker. I'm letting the paper absorb a little bit more of the ink. Same thing here. I want to kind of like, this cat's in a very funny position, so I want to make sure I'm getting the form of the body. I'm kind of glad that this part here is a solid color because it has a better visibility of the form of the first cat. Hi, Captain. Crunchitize me, Captain. Our good friend Captain Eclipse is in the house. How are you doing today? Color and cats on the YouTubes. All of this shading I'm doing literally with the same marker. I have not switched markers yet. It is important to note that Copic markers do bleed onto the paper underneath. So I do have a scratch sheet of paper literally meant for just that. Okay. So do a little bit of pink inside the ears, just like we did with the other one. I'm doing great, just a little sore from an early workout today. You gotta stay in tip-top shape if you're gonna be protecting the galaxy, if you know what I mean. Okay. And then even on cats where they're not gray colored, we still want to be able to do their shading on their white portions, like the paw and the belly. So we're gonna go back in with that, not putty for this one, but again, just my warm gray here. Just for like some definition underneath the cat's like chin, for example. See that? And underneath the muzzle as well. Maybe inside the ear fluffs, kind of blend that pink into it. Make it look fluffy, not so flat. Gentle kisses. And like right under here. So this cat, its muzzle is here. The only reason it looks a little bit chonkier is that it's looking up. So you're kind of looking at the under chin of this cat. So if we make that obvious by adding the fluff here, it might actually start to look like the shape of this cat. A lot of it is this muzzle as well. Nemo, Nemo. Ah, yes, cats. And it looks like it's about to be finished a lot earlier than scheduled, but if y'all stick around, we can also start more cats. My community loves asking for me to do cat sketches, so I definitely know I can take a look at the rest of my request line and then work on some more kitties. Yeah, this cat's very much giving me Stray vibes. Has anyone here played Stray? I know Pink came in earlier on my Twitch stream and was telling me about her experience with Stray and that she might stream Stray later. But have you picked up Stray at all, Captain? It's very like sci-fi-esque, so I feel like it would match your vibe a lot. adding a little bit more definition here. I have not, because I couldn't handle if the cat died in Stray. Oh, that's so true. What was it? Senpai recently also lost his cat as well and picked up Stray, and he was like freaking out trying to make sure that the cat like lived. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I could have done that, you know? I lost my Pupperino during the Panini, and I stopped playing Okami on stream because of it. I've already played that game before, but it just hits different, you know, when you see the likeness of your loved one in the game character, like... It's rough. I understand. All right, we have Nemo. Nemo. And now for this last one. Okay, so we're gonna use a lot of the same colors we had for Nemo. We're gonna start with the pale sepia. And that is a lot where of the nose. This like central triangle is a lot of the personality of the cat. So this is a lot of oranges here. There's like one speck of white right by this eye, and then the rest of it's kind of like up to the very tippity-toppity orange. Actually, the very tippity-toppity is like that putty brown, like this brown that we were looking at over here. Lovebug's feet are also white. I looked, but just her paws. Like somewhere in between these two, where it ends, kind of like more of like socks instead of cute little mittens. But since this is a darker color than this, I can always go in and then layer that on, if that makes sense. I did this only because I wanted it to have a little bit of the orange coming up from under. But a lot of this is actually like the putty and the... So I'm actually gonna go through and like this one. Or a little bit more white from here. You're only going to really see the front paws here. So is it gonna end like right here and right here? She's a tortoiseshell. I'm also gonna need a reference of the tail, if you could get that. Okay, cool. I know that on the edge of the tail, it's like brown. It's like raccoon stripey like this one, but it's like browns, grays. But I'm wondering about the base here. But as far as the rest of the body, because she's a tortoiseshell, I'm going to color the rest of it orange, except for the parts that need to be white. How's the chest? Is the chest also white? Or is it the same color as... dark brown, the chest? Okay. So I'm gonna do the lightest color. This muzzle is orange. Oh, it's white. This is orange. There's a little bit of like orange like here and like here. Chest is white. Chest and belly is white. This part is brown. Got it, got it. Okay. Let's do like a gradient. And then I'll overlap it with the rest of the colors like I'm doing here. That way it matches. And then eventually we'll go into like more of the lighters. Oh boy. Winter, can you help me out with that? SOS. Winter. Oh boy. Is this the same account? I'm gonna report. Thank you, David. Thank you. I'm also gonna report that to YouTube. GG's, David. I was like, oh, who's it gonna be? Tortoiseshell is like one of my favorite. Thank you so much. Yeah, no, it happens. Sometimes it's just like who's here at the right place at the right time, you know? That's why we have a good amount of mods. Reported as well. Thank you. Yes. Good stuff. So if we had multiple people report that too, they might look into it a little bit more seriously as well. All right, Jacka, how are you feeling about where the white ends? I'm gonna go in and add the browns in a moment, the clay. But as far as the belly, chest, and the feet, is that okay, or do you want me to bring the borders in a little bit? It's, David got it. There were comments that definitely needed to be deleted. It's all good. It's all good. We reported them. It's okay. That's why we're a team. Bring the borders in. More in. Understood. Bringing the borders in a little bit. The feet. There, is that better? Spam was yeeta kissed it. Yeeted it. I can't wait to bring in the... How about the belly? Belly in, or is this good? Thank you for also reporting, Jacka. Gross. Yeah, it's definitely like... Even if it's already been deleted, it's also good to report. That's good. Okay. Chest is good. Chest bring in. Good or no? Captain, I don't know if you're still here, but I see your tweet about how to walk on jello legs. I would just say avoid milk. And I know that you're lactose intolerant anyway, so especially so avoid that milk. In the meantime, where her paw goes across the chest is the only part that oh! Where her paw goes across the chest, that's the only part that's white. So before I touch it, this part all needs to be colored in, yeah? Lots of bananas, avoid the milk. Well, I'm glad that you heard the SOS. Yes, okay, great. Also, these chickadees are gonna be brown as well. Correct. Awesome. All right, let's bring in some of the chickadee-weekadees. Where is my test strip? Yep, that's a good color. All right. Here we go. There's a little dot right here. Which I can only assume means there's also that dot on the other side. And then we're gonna bring the top in. The ears. Kind of patch them up a little bit. Before I go in with this color, I want to go in with that, this is a cat where the putty color would be okay, but there is some light areas. Stretch a lot. It'll help move the lactic acid and promote recovery. I haven't done a good leg day in a while. I haven't done a good exercise in a long bit. It is a lighter, like, putty color, so if I go around here, what I am noticing is that there is a little bit of like a aura, like a lighter gray brown, which is basically just the cat just being cute, putty-y. There's this like section right here too I'm seeing. So right now I'm just trying to get like the highlights of this cat. right around the eyes. And then this tail as well. But that overlap I was telling you about, I was trying to bring into it, that's what we're gonna do here. And this is kind of the gray that I'm seeing, so this is gonna be like the lightest color with a few exceptions. Hi, Amanda! What's good with you? Welcome on into the YouTube stream. It's our first Friday, but considering the stats of this video, I might just keep doing it, or I might move it to Friday in general, and then, I don't know. I have a lot to think about. We have a lot to catch up on the leaderboard, so I don't see how it could hurt, at least for the time being. Ugh, dishes and laundry are the worst. I have a thing of laundry going, and my first load of dishes are actually on the drying rack right now, drying as we speak. And then after the stream, I'm gonna be, what's it called? I'll be doing another load. These cats are so stinking cute. It's like a little unfair how cute they are. They're so adorable. Oh yeah! I kind of zone out and just work. It's rather cathartic. I like dishes. I don't like laundry. I had my Nino Cooney account going and grinding on Territe, and I was just listening to the yacht. And some of the music I'm listening to right now going while I was like scrubbing away. I'm rather fortunate that when I wash dishes, the what's it called? Oh, there's some like orange like here. It faces the street, so I get to like people watch as I like zone out. But I really like doing that and like coexisting. Like sometimes too, just like knowing that someone else is on like the other side of the line can be really comforting. Doing this, it kind of reminds me of Majesty. Because I'm going to be adding more of these patches into the rest of it. So these kind of patterns are going to be prevalent throughout this last cat, which is why I had it from lightest to like darkest. I cannot draw a cat. I feel like I always have to draw one on Gartic phone. Ah, that's so funny though. It's true. People like cats a lot, so it comes up on Gartic phone a lot. I always feel like I just end out of time on Gartic. Like, I want to be able to take my time, but even just doing like the outlines and the basic sketch is just like too much. All right. These cats be looking cute. Okay. I think I'm gonna go with this sepia to bring in some more brown tones and less like mud. Actually, no. I might use this for, I'm gonna set this aside. This one is E37 sepia. I'm gonna set that aside for like the patterns on the body. But in terms of like needing a darker brown for some of these stripes to really pop on the face, I'm actually gonna get a darker one. And the one that I have is Burnt Umber E29, which is exactly what I'm kind of looking for. This one's a little swoopity doopities. Very technical terms here on shenanigans. Swoopity doopity. Again, for markings, I'm just gonna be like lightly tapping in. There we go.
I just hope that someday someone would love me.
Gently strokes, gentle, even strokes make it look like fur. This bit right here is a much darker brown. Want to bring some of that into the ear. I'm seeing the same thing going on with like this side over here. Cute. Look at that cutie patootie. Okay. Gonna overlap a little bit, give it some undertones here of this orange. Gives it a little bit more variety. There's only like a little like bit here to mix for the orange on this side. All right, let's putty up this cat. I'm just kind of doing like a down, push, pull to get those like spots to look a little bit more organic looking. Down, push, pull, down, push, pull. On here, notice the curve of the paw, so I'm not going to continue the same shapes I'm doing here. I'm going to skew it, changing the angle of the marker so it looks like it's following the bend of the cat's paw. All right, another layer, but this time instead of the putty, we're gonna go in with the clay. They are saved. Would you like the link to the last VOD for your, yours was a two-parter, so it took a total of over 8 hours to paint. If you go into the channel, you can actually see it. YouTube is one of the places where the VODs just stay up unless I delete them. Oh, did you show it to them though? Did they enjoy it? I hope they did. I think it was a very thoughtful gift. Yeah, if you have trouble looking for it, just message me and I'll give you the direct links. The thumbnails are of the sketch. It's last week. Oh, it's the one that you showed up to on Tuesday and then the week before that. Yes, they loved it. Aww. I'm glad. Yeah, that's another reason why I really like to do the live stream VODs as well, so that when people, like, even if they can't make it, they still have something to show with the progress. So here, I wanted to make sure there was a distinct contrast between this orange and the orange from this cat. So I just carried over all of the darkest, well, not the darkest, but the second to darkest shade of brown that we're using here. Do you all enjoy watching these? I used to do these on Facebook a lot, and the reach was really, really good on Facebook, but I decided to kind of stick to my guns and just try out doing YouTube for a bit, and it took some getting used to. There's still some things I'd like to figure out, but I'm really enjoying the process here so far, and the views on this video are kind of ridiculous. It is the first time I'm trying this time, so I was just kind of thinking maybe if I tried this time a little bit more consistently. Although I do promise I don't bite. If you have questions or you want to ask me anything or just chat, as long as it's not like promotional spam like the one that was removed, I promise that our community is really loving and we like to make friends. Ooh, okay. I think this one's more of like a brown here. Trying not to make her look like a cow. Oh, Jacka said that the chest was brown. So I can probably make this all clay and then go bring in the... Yeah, there we go. And then these parts actually have dark brown stripes as well. Or dark orange stripes is what I should say. It's like a tabby kind of like pattern to it, but it's very interesting. I want to bring in a little bit more of the worms underneath. Is this for someone? It's for Jacka! It's Jacka's kittens. They're her little love babies. Meow 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 meow. Aren't they super cute? This one has pink around here, around the lips. I'm gonna add that. So does this one actually. We got cute little pink. This one, not so much. Just adding some shading now. Jacka got this from Leaderboard. So Amanda, remember when I mentioned like, oh yeah, this means that this person's earned this many badges for joining in Mario Kart and stuff like that? Or Fall Guys, or like any of the other games on Facebook? That's what it's for, these type of requests. So it's like the only way to get art from me for free. And basically the teams that you're put into, I tally up the badges, and then the team with the most badges at the end of the month, the people who are active, I tell them like, hey, congratulations to Team Cats. These are the people who participated, as well as people who got over 100. So even if you're not in a team that has like a lot of people, if you yourself are really, really active, like for example, Winter is already over 100 badges for this month. It's only the 12th. Winter will get a request like this as well, and I will do it on YouTube. Olga, hi! The mom was long-haired and colored like Love Bug. Oh, like this? And they all ended up like that? Oh, it's so sweet. Olga, you know what? I'll hit Olga with the dab. I set aside a certain amount of time for this one, but I might finish before that. So we might be able to do some of your requests as well, because I wanted to keep this YouTube video cat theme so that the tags make sense. So you're probably gonna be one of the next ones. We'll at least sketch out the idea and then set it aside until we get another cat video going on here. Let me add in some of these. So it's a really good time for you to pop in. Oh, yay! Yeah, I know, right? Did you have a preference on which one I did first? There were 2 more kittens too. Ugh. Love bugs. What do we do to deserve animals, like, honestly? Their love is just so unconditional. You'll let me pick? Alright, sounds good. I wasn't sure if you needed one first for, like, whatever reason. Blending in with the clay, the E44. Alright. Now the only thing here is the shadow. I don't want to go too whambo-bo-bambo on that. But let's try... I'm gonna test out W9 and then kind of scale it back from there. So I'm gonna color at the very edge and see how I feel like it fits with the rest of the piece. I feel like it's a little too much. I'm gonna scale it back. Let's try E49, a dark brown instead. It's less flat in comparison, and will bring out a lot of the oranges and browns, especially of this other cat here. There's enough of a difference here that I can tell this is a shadow, but still, like... I did multiple layers of that one. Let me just do one, see if there's like any difference. It's slightly lighter. It's a very subtle difference, but I think I'm liking that. I have to be... Okay. Also, there's less cat here, so the shadow here would be less. So maybe what I can do is I can start with this one. In case y'all were wondering what the little like hash marks were down here, that was for me to mark where the shadow would be. Nah, I gotta keep it consistent throughout. I was thinking of maybe making the shadow like a gradient, but I don't think so with this one. It's so dark. I do like this a lot better than the black though. Go. There is gonna be a little bit of a shadow underneath this tail as well. Yes, I'll send you a picture. And then the last bit is... I marked the whiskers, but I'm going to erase the ones outside, and I'm going to try to match the whiskers with my silver gel pen. A little bit more subtle. The camera probably can't pick it up very well because it's shiny. except for like areas like that where it's over color. So it's gonna be really apparent like right here. Yeah, you can see the whiskers right there. There we go. You're welcome. Thank you for being a valued member of my community. Remember, you earned this one. It really means a lot to me that you stopped by. This is, after all, like the only thing that I do. So, you know, it really supports my livelihood, and it just means the world to me, like your friendship and stuff. So, thank you. All right, that's what we have for Jacka's cats. Is there any other changes you want me to make before sending you a picture after the stream? Let me take a look. By the way, the art requests list is also public knowledge. You have another one that is Celeste from Animal Crossing. Jacka. That request is number 13, by the way. So I want to do the next cat request on here until I have to end at 8 o'clock, which is in 2 hours. So we can at the very least get some sketches done, if not finish the whole thing. Okay, so let's see. More than likely, it is gonna be like probably just a sketch and the line art. Again, it's not too late to let me know if there's any changes you want me to make, depending on if it's like adding color or more splotches or anything like that. Let me know. I appreciate your friendship also. Ugh. Let's see. There's very few people that, you know, I'm just so grateful for everyone that I've met in these past 2 years. No, it's great. Thank you. Excellent. Yeah, I really thought it would be cute to do lightest to dark, dark to light, and do kind of like a cat gradient. And you can't tell, but this shadow is more of a brown instead of just a black. The camera kind of makes it a little bit more contrasted for whatever reason. And a silhouette on a beach. Silhouette on a beach sunset. Michael wants artist choice. Olga wants Wesley and Carl as a watercolor. Okay. And then... Oh, okay. So if I have Copic markers out, Olga, let's do your most recent one that you just requested. Because you have a watercolor one with your 2 pets, but you also have literally just Carl in a Lisa Frank style with Copic markers in a Polaroid style. So we can definitely do that. Let's see. And it would match the video actually, which is great. Carl! Yeah, we'll do your watercolor of both of them another time, maybe if I label it like cats or something. But for now, we got a Polaroid template right here. And let's do that. This paper is actually surprisingly really, really nice for Copic marker. It's a watercolor paper, but my other watercolor paper that I have is a thicker, higher grade watercolor paper that's more absorbent. So it was like making it really difficult for me because it was pulling the ink out of the tips before I wanted it to, and then it was starting to get messy and like pool together. But this paper is, it's kind of cheaper paper, but that also means that it's not gonna do that. So I'm kind of happy with that, actually. So I have here just a white piece of paper with this, and I'm going to not draw over Jacka so it doesn't ruin it. And let's go to the other scene so I can make some adjustments without it being like a total pain on the screen. Meow meow, so cute. This is them from far away. Aren't they adorable? As I've mentioned before, if you're just catching me or you're just seeing me for the first time, I'm a streamer on Facebook Gaming. I do gaming streams. YouTube here, if you want more art streams though, basically you can follow me here on YouTube because I'm doing all of my art content here from here on out. I do also have a Twitch. I was considering taking my artwork to Twitch, but considering that a lot of my artwork are for the people who are very Facebook loyal, I didn't feel it was it was a good call to force them to watch me on Twitch for something that's supposed to be a thank you for them, especially if they're not comfortable with going over to the purple side quite yet. But also I did have this YouTube just kind of sitting around, and I was like, you know what? Almost everyone has a Google account, so I think that this would be a better switch. Plus my Twitch is more for the 18+ content, whereas my Facebook is family-friendly content. I used to be a preschool teacher, so I brought in my puppets. And while it is child-friendly, it's not meant for children, so I mean, there is that. Wah! I love the way they're posed. I did do some research on some kitty poses. I wanted them to look a little bit more distinct. Aren't they super duper cute? I love them. I forget the name of the brand, but Lisa Frank is doing a collab with them. They're launching Lisa Frank backpacks and wallets. Oh, so cute. I love that. We're gonna get really like fun in here with colors as well for your request, Olga. So I'm like super excited for that. So I've learned to make like templates so that I don't have to just measure things out with our ruler every single time. Yeah, okay, so I'm just gonna pull this aside and we're left with some white paper. The lighting in this room changed ever so slightly with literally just the passage of time. So give me a moment to just adjust this camera so that it's not doing weird stuff. I'm very grateful for this scene because then I can see what you all see, but then at the same time, it's not like making you totally blinded. If you're interested in any other of my social media, just like TikTok and stuff like that, there's the pinned comment. That's my link tree. I'm not gonna like bombard you with all of that. If you're interested, it's there for you, but I'm happy to have your company here either way in the here and now. Let's see. All right. Also, when I do stream on the other platforms, I stream with a face cam. So if you're interested in an Angie face reveal, you can go to pretty much any of those other social media. YouTube is one of the only places where I'm very much so strictly a VTuber. I also did make my own PNG tube. And if you're interested in ordering one or having help set one up as well, I don't just leave you out to the wolves after giving you the artwork. I do help you with the setup through VatoTube as well and make sure that you know how to make it work on your own streams as well. Okay, 1 second. Thank you all for being so patient. Just want to make sure that the camera is behaving. It can be a little finicky sometimes. Ooh, okay, that's very bright. So let's bump down that brightness just a smidge. It's much better. Okay, we're gonna hang out in this scene because it's not too terribly interesting to watch me trace and do measurements. You know what I mean? And you can still kind of see that over here with the preview. A lot of times you gotta work smarter, not harder, and I know that's like super... it's really, what's the word? Cliche to say that, but it's true. You don't want to be like repeating a process over and over again, especially when you're an artist that works on commissions and you have a queue. SOS, need a mod. Help. I laugh, but it's really not funny. Please stop. It's not okay. Y'all need something better to do with your time, I'm just saying. I am just saying. Go away! I know, right? Winter, Jay, David, anyone in here? Just click the thing and then report and delete comment after you do the report. Is that literally the exact same account but with a space added? Some of y'all have too much time on your hands. Jeepers creepers. Alright, I'll get it. Hide user on this channel. And I'm gonna put you in timeout. Stop. Cut it out. Bye! I feel like with YouTube, there's like just so many of like those kind of accounts floating around. It's all good. It happens, David. I'm quite literally just sketching this out. So grody. Be right back. Sounds good. So in case y'all were curious, I follow my template and then take a quarter of an inch on top, left, and bottom. And then this entire square in between is 3 by 3 inches. And then it leaves a little bit of an extra gap down here for some extra space. This ends up coming to about 3/4 of an inch. For real. Yeah, I just hid the user on my channel, so maybe even if they do come back, the comments won't stick this time. I know you're trying. I know you're trying. It's all good. Oh no, poor Olga. No, Olga's BRB was fine. Oh no, how do I unhide Olga? Oh, you know what? I think I hit it. So I think I see someone messaging, but I don't see the actual comment. Does anyone else actually see that comment? I don't think Olga was timed out though. Hopefully not. Olga, when you are back, hopefully I can see your message. Gonna get some scissors to cut this out. Nope. Hello. Stop. Excellent. So great. I can still see Olga. Okay, I'm back. We're just gonna cut this out. So there's that. What I do also want to do is I want to make another template of this, but just the inside, so I can trace that and then not waste paper when it comes to that. Definitely a bot. Yeah, no issue. Don't worry about it, Winter. Olga's back, so we're all good. We're still figuring out moderating on multiple different platforms, and that is very hard. I see your effort. Oh, wait a minute. Didn't we discover that post-it notes were the same size? We did discover that post-it notes were the same size. Cool. So I don't need to make a template of that. That's right. Okay. Great. So what's next? We got a nice piece of paper here, and we're gonna use this post-it note to recenter this. Very convenient, the 3x3. I'm gonna trace this. Now the reason why I'm not just sketching straight onto the post-it is that it makes it very difficult to transfer over with a light table if it's opaque. But you know what? I am willing to try things out more than once. So let's see. If I happen to draw something on this and try to transfer it over, and then let's just see if it actually is like light enough. The problem would be how saturated this paper is. So if it does end up being like easy to see and transfer over, we basically have an answer to our problems, and I could just draw on this and then transfer it over underneath. Plus it has like a sticky end, so it's not gonna be like moving around as much. But I have a feeling I'm gonna have to use the white of this paper. But a lot of things with the thing with mixed media is a lot of experimentation. Let's do a little, we're doing cats, right? Let's just do like a generic meow meow here. Like a little speed drawing. I can do this on the big screen, I guess. We're just doing a speed drawing of a meow. The meowiest of the meow meows. Not trying to spend too much time being like super duper detailed on it, just like the graphite itself is really shiny, which is super funny to me, but that's normally what I sketch with. I'm pretty sure that if I had a pen, it would be even easier to see. But I'm just kind of testing out the materials together. All right, back to the testing part where I can put the light table here, and then I'll put the post-it and then the paper on top and see how that goes. You can see it better on this small preview screen. Let's see. So the light table I use is actually a pretty cheap $20 one, if I can find it. Hello? I also have a significant other that keeps moving my stuff. That's unfortunate. While I rummage around to try to find it, here is Olga's last Copic Polaroid for you to look at. It's the same cat and Olga. Isn't that super cute? That'll be there for your viewing pleasure while I try to figure out what I'm doing with my life. Hey fam, I found it. Let's see. I'm glad that didn't end up making you wait for too long. All right. This white bit is now a light table. And so the true test is if I put this here, is this green or color too saturated to pick up the actual graphite lines? I know it would be fine if I just did pen, but I don't sketch very well in pen as of yet. This is a closer look at the washi tape I was using. It's literally circles with little cats inside of them. I think it's very appropriate for this video. I'm just gonna, it's kind of an old post-it, so I will need to tack it down just a little bit. All right. Let's do a little testity test. I can kind of see it. It's really difficult, but I can kind of see it. It's not perfect, but it is a lot easier than doing it again. Just for testing purposes as well, I do have this little bunny rabbit on the yellow post-it, so maybe it's something I can only do at yellow post-it. Does the color of the post-it matter? Oh dear. I can see it on yellow better. I think the thickness of this paper also has to do with it. I don't think I'd have a single chance in seeing it with the thicker watercolor paper that I have. So I think I'd still have to do it my old school way if I'm doing a watercolor request. But since this is a Copic one, and this paper that I got for another project I think would work better with Copic markers, I think this would work. Out of curiosity, I also have blue. So let me draw something in blue. This blue kind of reminds me of Bubbles from the Powerpuff Girls, so I'm just gonna quickly sketch her. Powerpuff Girl, like, artwork was, like, my, comfort thing to draw as a child. see how well I can see this underneath. The blinding light is quite literally the reason why I'm on the smaller scene as opposed to the bigger one, so it doesn't just blind everybody. I can't see her at all on blue. So it's the saturation of both of the papers put together in contrast of... I would not like to do it on blue. But I could do it best on yellow and alright on green with this particular paper. And that, my friends, is why testing things is so important. I'm gonna just go ahead and shut that off. And... how do I want to do this? Okay. So instead of cutting it out like I did the other one, I'm gonna retrace it again. But center it so that I know you can all see. This time I don't have to do the measurements for the inside. Making a note to myself so I don't forget this. Saying that this is post-it size. Cool. Love that. Let's get to sketching. Alright, we have quite literally the Polaroid. I'm going to use yellow because it was the easiest one. I did already decide that I didn't want to use blue for this. There we go. Just gonna keep that down. I thought I saw a video where it was telling us the actual right way to peel off a post-it note. I'm gonna have to take a look at that. But also this is just a really nice excuse to take a look at really cute washi tape, so I'm not really that mad. All right. Hi Murchie, what's up? We just finished one of the cat requests and we're starting a new one. This one requested a Polaroid and we did a few experiments, and I actually found that the sizing of the inside of my Polaroid is post-it note size, which is really nice. And that the yellow and the green post-its, I can still see it with the grades of paper that I'm using, but not blue, so we'll be avoiding that. How are you doing, Murchie? I don't know what's going on with my chat box. Let's try refreshing the cache. I think it's also really funny that the post-it notes ended up working as well, because you know what? You're all talking on a post-it note. So it's very like on brand, and I'm kind of very much about that. I am pulling up references from Olga this time. For request, can we do Carl as a Lisa Frank cat, the colors with the Copic markers? Yes. There's the Murchie. I'm doing pretty alright, actually. It's a kind of a transition week, you know what I mean? I'm just learning things along the way, which keeps me on my toes. It's not bad to stay busy, you know? I'm sorry that you're feeling meh. Know that I love and appreciate you. Okay. Love to shop. Okay, and then I have pictures of Carl as well. I'm gonna open this in the original. Lisa Frank style is a little bit different than my style. I kind of really like this pose where he's like looking up and looking all regal. I'm gonna leave some ear space here. I'm gonna have the... Ooh, Italian beef sounds really good. I want like the face here. Just kind of like referencing where it's gonna be looking. The middle of the face. It's like kind of twisted and like looking off into the distance. Ooh, Olga, Lisa Frank has a lot of different, like the one that you showed me. Do you want Carl with the sunglasses and the scarf as well, or a hat? Did you want me to accessorize Carl? Sorry, did you want me to give Carl accessories, or did you just want me to draw Carl in that style? I could even give Carl a scarf and then make Carl look this way and then have it like be whimsically like wrapped around in the wind this way. Just giving some headspace here. Could write Carl in like the Lisa Frank letters, like up above here. Do you have any thoughts about that? For sure, I want this shape of his. Let me see if I can get another cat from Lisa Frank. The scarf would be cute. Just Carl in that style. Those screenshots were for reference of colors. I like your idea. Aha, I love it. All right, let's do it. Let's go. How does Lisa Frank do the eyes? Lisa Frank cat. Oh yeah, these eyes. I got reference for color for show. Wiggle wiggle. Show. These cat eyes. Oh, that was not judgment of Lisa Frank's style at all. That was me just looking up something and my PNG tube got hotkeyed incorrectly. I'm so sorry, y'all. I promise I'm not annoyed with anyone or anything at the moment. All right. Carl's eyes are like right here. Lisa Frank style has like the double lashes on both sides. Really kind of like wide eye with the let me see if I can make this camera. I'm gonna pull it down a bit so you can see. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna I don't think I want to make it more contrasty, but let's see if I can mess around with the focus just a smidge roll. Nope, that's truly the best focus. Alright, contrast it is. Or maybe sharpness. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Cool. Alright, let's do... It's like black as well. So the lashes and this like whole entire like circle bit is all like black. The same kind of like shape here too. Carl's got like that little splotchety on the nose though, and I still want to make it look like Carl, just in someone else's style. I'm gonna bring this down. Very ooh-woo cat, like nyan look. The ears aren't actually as up. They're a little bit more like rounded out like this. And it's got like the little fluff here. All these cats, they look the same. The shape, they kind of like bevel out here on either side. Carl has distinct little markings on the top. Those are kind of like a crosshatch in the Lisa Frank style, and it's a pretty big marker of Carl. So I want to be able to have those for sure. And then there's just like the really, really cartoonish, like 3-toe bean. I'm gonna switch it so Carl's looking this way. Not digging that so much. Can make a better choice with that paw, I think. Can like tuck it underneath. There is this washi tape. We are gonna be like pulling it like all the way to the edges. So we do have some space for like overlapping kitty paw. The face, the body's a little, leaves a little to be desired. This swoopity is gonna become a scarf. The word Carl's gonna be over here. Very important too, if you're going to be drawing on something, make sure your surface is actually clean underneath, or you're going to get those bumps that don't do anyone any favors, to be honest. I kind of want the like cat paw to be like resting on the bottom of the edge here. Carl's like a white cat otherwise. Yeah, that makes like a little bit more sense. I am also transferring it over, so I feel like too I just started a little bit lower and I can actually bump this up just a little bit. So I can refine that as I go through here with the pen. Hi Beth. Now I can take a look at that scarf. The scarf in the Lisa Frank universe has literally just like one fold over. It's going. I'm glad you're here. Could definitely use some help. What kind of pattern do you want on the scarf? There's not a lot of folds here, so I'm used to adding a lot more detail, so I need to, if trying to do like a more cartoonish style, just kind of lean into those lines. Maybe like one or two bumps here or there. The scarf like flails out a bit, which is very cute. Ha! It's adorable. Still dashing but checking in for a few. Thank you for dropping in. It's always good to say hi to you, Beth. Is there a favorite pattern that you usually associate your cat with, Olga? We're gonna fix this area, but it's because we're gonna bump that up just a smidge. Ooh, a cheetah print? Love that. Okay. Yeah. Yes. In a rainbow color wave, I got you. So Lisa Frank, I'm looking at some of the colored ones, and a lot of these spots are for the... Okay, there's a difference between cheetah and leopard. Cheetah print. Yeah, a lot of the spots are actually black, and the colors are like around it. Colorway. Like the spots inside of the black. So yeah, like this. Okay, because Carl is gonna be white. You still want it to look like Carl, right? So Carl's gonna be like white, and then this could be like a... Oh well, the scarf could be rainbow colored, and then I could still mimic these. So what it's looking like is like this. It's literally like color. I don't know how to explain it. There's like color. There's like color splotches in different sizes. And then they border it. There's like different borders of like swoopity, like this one. And then there's like another swoopity on the other side. And then there's like a random dot that's black. This one could be this kind of swoops. This one goes all the way around almost. Kind of like that, but the color is like on the inside. Did you need that Carlness? The eyebrows. Purple? Yeah, you got it. We'll mark that as purple over here. Definitely, definitely. Yeah, did you still want, like, how about the base color here? I haven't seen that movie, no. I haven't seen a lot of movies. That explains a lot. I was like, what was happening? This is cute. I like this a lot. And then this is all... Yeah. And this is all colors. So it's like a different gradient color, and then the colors inside of these splotches are also colors. We'll make these little eyebrow things purple. I don't think a lot of those cats were white. Let me see. Lisa Frank, white cat? There might be one, I think, called Angel. Bright pink inside the ears? Yes. Purple, and then the pink in here. I agree. With the rainbow scarf. And then Carl here. Then we can, like, make it whatever color's not as prominent. Like, we have pinks and purples. This is probably gonna be super vibrant. So probably, like, let's see, purple and pink. Like a green? Like the green of the eyes for the background. That way the white here stands out. And then you get the white of the Polaroid as well. Oh yeah, there's white ones. Okay, I think we got this. I don't know how I'm gonna do the C, but the A is very stylized. It's gotta be the same A as in Lisa Frank. This A here kind of like curves in. And then there's this R. The R is like separated from the F. I'm blocking the shape in. L. These are cursive, so it would go C-A-R. I think it would quite literally just be like this. But the first capital of L in Lisa is not a typical capital. It's just a... It's like a normal L as opposed to like the loopity-doopity L. I feel like I have to curly Q this one because it is cursive as a font for Lisa Frank. But we wouldn't otherwise know that with the letters that we have here. Unless we also connect this one. But I worry about legibility with this R. They are supposed to be connected, so it's like A-R-L. And it's kind of pointed at the end. Then there's also a border. There's like a white, and then there's like a colored border. Like an outline. And then this is all color. It's also thicker here. But honestly, this makes it look like care. instead of Carl. I could get out the loopity if we're going to connect the two, and then make it like just an L, but like curl it, like curve it just a little bit. I think legibility wise that looks a little bit better. Plus it's gonna give it a little bit more space between the ear. That looks more like Carl. So if we're moving Carl up anyways, that would actually really help out with that. Might have to readjust this because I really like the spacing between here and here, and if this moves up, then this is going to be closer up here, but we can always rotate the post-it note and then trace this like at a slightly different angle. Yeah. All right. Let's do this thing. Pink nose, purple nose with a little freckle. Exactly. That's what we're gonna go for. Pink nose with purple nose freckle. Yeah, let's do that. All right. Let me readjust the lighting in the other scene and I'll come back when this scene is safe. All right. Ooh. Yep, I'm really glad I decided to move y'all over here so you don't just die with how bright this is. Let me go into the camera and readjust for literally having a light table on screen. Give me a moment. Let's put exposure down by 1. And brightness down as well. It's a little bit easier to see the sketch behind it. Looks a little too dim for me though, so let's... Okay, there we go. Cool. Cool. My sugar intake with my sweet tea has got me so hyped up. Oh no! That's not good. Alright, let me take a look at this style for Lisa Frank. You know, honestly, the line art here is not black. It's colors, very like soft color. So I almost feel like I need to get some colored pencil action here. least so I can see the outline. But I don't want to do it in like black pen because it's gonna honestly ruin the effect of that. It's a very soft mutable color, so I'm gonna stick with this like pinkish purple since we have a lot of those going on. So long as I can see what I'm doing. In fact, the only... Let's see, if I look at these cats... Yeah, there's not a lot of black at all. I think the darkest one is like a dark purple. A dark purple is like the darkest color. So let's get those so we can at least just like block out the shapes. Give them a good sharpen because this is a very small piece. You're not gonna be able to sleep tonight. Oh, Beth. I'm so sorry. And why not throw in a blue in there? I think that's like the closest I have to like the dark shades. These are more of like a warm mid-tone. Just gonna sharpen these up really quick. The blackest thing are the cheetah print spots, to be honest. Thanks to those who are liking the stream, by the way. I do see that this video has 6 likes. I really appreciate that. Okay. From darkest to lightest, we kind of have this thing going on. We have the blue, this magenta, this purple, and then a pink. Okay. It goes from light to dark for the word Carl, but also it has like a really bright green in the middle. And an orange. I think if I had to choose between those colors, I have... There's also yellow, but I don't want to do that. I think I would go shenanigan colors as well. So maybe this. Pink, orange, green, blue. That way it's a little bit of like my branding, but also within the scope of the request for Lisa Frank, which I think is really cute. So we're gonna sharpen these as well. And then we're gonna match those with Copics. We're just doing the line art, and I think that this is gonna be the best fit for the job. It's so funny. Okay. I love those hearts. Okay. So I'm gonna scooch those. We're gonna start with the pinkish red, which is the color that I represent in my own brand. So I would be the C for Carl. As well as this outline right here. Then starting at the A would be Mr. Fox. The lead is soft. That's a little problematic. I have such a steady hand. The lead broke again. Ugh. Old color pencils do this to me. Porque? Thank you. I do try. I'm surprised my hands are so steady right now, to be honest, with all the coffee I've had. Okay, so this did scooch over. I'm just gonna push it back again. Then we're gonna do Mr. Turtle. Then Mr. Shark. I feel like my hands shake a lot more than the people I see and like look up to on like TikTok. So then I try like really hard to like practice. But also too, I think it really depends on like the stress level and the anxiety levels that I have. These are honestly very thick. Fun. Okay. You can also just turn it off and see what you got left over. The rest is going to be colored in with Copic markers. That looks good to me. So I did say I wanted to move Carl up a bit. But if I move up and to the side and actually cut off a little bit of the shoulder, I don't have to adjust the... I don't think I have to adjust the scarf, and I can just keep it as is. Just make sure it's straightened out a little bit, bump it up a little bit more. Okay, so I don't want this to move because I've already readjusted it and I'm not going to have a frame of reference. So I am going to use washi tape to keep this down at this point. But I have to tack out the outside of the paper so you're not going to see it within the frame. So another spot that it's black is the eyes and these spots. The outside of the cats are just the color of the cats. Carl is gray for the outside, but that's not as colorful as we would like it to be. So I'm gonna do this blue, the same blue over here for the outline. Well, Carl is white, so the outline would be a gray, but I don't like the idea of that. It's easier for me to do line art in traditional than it is for me to do it on digital for whatever reason. Hello, thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate that. That's one more sub that we have on YouTube. And if I'm gonna be really honest, I can't get a personal like URL for YouTube. It's just gonna be a random series of numbers until we can get to 100 subscribers here. So I really, really appreciate that. Thank you. I noticed that for a lot of these, they're like really fun like shapes. So I'm gonna do the same with Carl's. They go into like fun zigzags. Their whiskers are blue. The paws are also like slightly furry. We got a lot of blues and like magentas here. So I think I'll make the scarf. Let's take a look at the scarf. Yeah, the scarf is like a... Cool. Carl's eyes are green. So this bottom part of the round will be green. And then the rest of the things I'm filling in here will be in black. So with that one, I will be getting my liners. Not that one. Don't mind the noise. The noise is just me looking for something. Oh, I think they're under the cats. I made Jacka cats earlier in the stream, and I had put them over it so I couldn't see them. Yeah. Kick the bot. Thank you, Winter. There you go. You know, for this one, I want more of like a natural feel, so I'm going to use the BS brush, which just stands for brush stroke. It says on my end that it was deleted by you. I had already blocked it. I think when you report it, it like removes it entirely. So I'm gonna just report it for pornography. And it's like, thanks, we've received it. And then it removed it for me before, but it's not doing it now. Oh, thank goodness. Yes, thank you. I don't know why they wouldn't give us an option to just ban them. We've been dealing with issues from bots this stream. So now I'm getting the eye. Again, I'm going for a more organic look, so that's why I chose the brush stroke pen. Okay. So at this point, what I want to do is I want to gently mark where I want the stripes to be. Or maybe, you know what, I'm just going to keep it like this, and then I'm going to just bloop the dots. We want really high saturated color. It's like a few greens. So what is it? This is like red, orange. So if this is red, you want something not red. So let's do some blues in here. Red, orange, yellow. Green, blue, purple. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Hopefully can be at 7:45 by next weekend. My dress pants fit tomorrow so I don't have to buy new ones. Been trying to avoid, but I've been working really hard these past 2 weeks, so maybe, yeah. Yeah. It's unfortunately is what it is, I think, with all the bots and stuff. Let's turn this off so I can actually see the colors I'm doing. Trying to leave at least the middle part like that with color. We got yellow next. I want like a nice like lemony yellow. Talk later. Bye, David. Green. Let's do a lighter blue. then a nice like light lilac. Lilac. Cute. Okay. Back to the light table. 1, 2, 3. Now we're gonna go back with our brush pen and we're gonna add those black circles around. Some gentle wigglies. Wiggly here. A lot of difference in pressure. Make sure some of them they have a little gap. Not enough of them look a little bit different. Some of them have the heavier side on one side, other of them have it on the other. Hey Super, what's up? Long time no see. Trying out a new time for the streams on YouTube. How have you been? I hope you've been well. I'm doing some of the requests from my Facebook gaming community. This one is their cat in a Lisa Frank style-esque thing. That's pretty much all of the blacks you're ever going to see in Lisa Frank are like cheetah or leopard print. And the inside of the eye. So the rest of it is why I use the line art for colored pencil. And so now I'm going to go back and readjust with the new lighting now that the line art is done. So we can go ahead and color the rest. Yeah, that needs some adjustment now that I turned off the light table underneath it. I'm only using a light table to transfer over my own sketch. Okay, so let's go ahead and bump up the exposure. Look away, I'm readjusting lighting. I don't want to hurt your eyes. It's not bad. All right, yeah, let's go to the next scene now. Straighten that out a bit. Get that eraser smudge out of the way. I'm glad you've been doing well, Super. It's super how super you're doing, Super. Okay, so Carl's got green eyes. So let's do green. Actually, let me pull up the reference again. I've been better, but you know what? Being in a good company makes it all that much more worthwhile, you know? It's a little bit shiny with the eyes, so if I need to bring in some darker hues on either side to give it that shine effect. On top of bringing in that silver gel pen I was talking about in the pupils for this style. We're gonna highlight it like that. Pretty kitty, Lisa Frank kitty. Cute. Okay. Pink nose, very vivid pinks. Let's take that pink from over here. I'm also seeing that we could probably blend this a little bit better. Gonna do the nose. And the ears. Purple splotch. Let's use this, define the outlines a little bit. Cute. This one I'm going to use for definition in the ears. Okay, let's do the color in this scarf as well. I mean, bring the same pink in the scarf up here into the name. So we get kind of that same gradient, you know what I mean? It is like your PNG kitty. I mean, quite literally, that was kind of what your request was, right? You wanted a white cat in the Lisa Frank style. Well, Carl is a white cat, so... I'm glad you're enjoying your time. Border around the name is thicker, and then I'll have the line art it again around. This could be a little thicker as well at the top. There we go. cute. Let's see. I need this area here to be a little darker, so I'm going to introduce a little blue in here so they can see the separation. Where do I get my markers from? I get them from Blix. You can also order them online. These Copic sketch markers. They look like this. Copic sketch. Oh look, so you can tell my hand's actually not all that steady. It like shakes a lot. I had coffee. If your hand shakes a lot, what I'm doing is I anchor my hand somewhere where it's a little bit more steady. And then I kind of like go from there. But as soon as it like lifts from there, my hand starts to shake. Copic sketch markers. You can find them at any specialty store. You can also find them at Michael's. Blix, and you can also order them off of Amazon, I think. It's a really good question, Crazy. Super. Colony super. Trying to decide what color to make these rims, because everything's very pastel-y. I could loop it back to the lilac. Yeah, no problem. Happy to answer any questions like that. I will also recommend that if you start using them, that, what's it called? When you run out, don't get another marker, get the refills and the inks. You're gonna save a lot of money that way. You can replace the ink in existing markers rather than having more markers and then not remembering which ones are good or not. Just gonna blend that a little bit with the colored pencil. What kind of pencils? I don't know. These are really poopy, to be honest. These are generic. These are just, they don't even have a brand name on them. I've had these since like middle school. I don't really use pencils all too often, so I'm like, these are literally like decades old and they were just like some generic thing. They're not expensive. I think Crayola would even be a better brand than the one I'm using, to be honest. A lot of the times it's not necessarily the brand. Yeah, people when they first start out, I remember when I was first using them in like high school, I would end up with like 4 of like my favorite colors, and then like as an adult I found out that like ink replacements and replacement tips, like the nibs, if your nibs start to get dirty and then it doesn't like spread the ink evenly, or it doesn't like go smoothly on the paper. All that means is you need a new tip, and if there's not enough ink going into the tip, then you need to buy the ink refills. And it'll come with everything you need when you order it, because it comes in a little bottle with a little tip and you squeeze it in. Prismacolor would be good. Yeah, I mean, it really just depends on what kind of artist you are. I prioritize mostly watercolor and markers. The colored pencils pair along really nicely with them, but they're not like the main part of my piece, and I have to kind of cut budget where I can here or there. Prismacolor is a very good one. But I mean, you can kind of see how I'm blending nicely even with just like, you know, poopy, non-branded colored pencils. At the end of the day, you can have really expensive materials, but if you're not putting the hours into like practice and like analyzing your piece, it's not gonna look the same. And don't feel bad if it doesn't, because like that's all part of the journey, you know what I mean? There's still a lot of room, I feel like, for me to improve as well. But try to not let your vision of where you're going ruin where you are, and to demotivate you. Because otherwise, you won't ever get there if you keep like being so harsh on yourself. There's critiquing what you're doing and listening to feedback and learning, and then there's just being mean to yourself. Which is why I like getting random requests from people all over, because then it kind of like keeps me on my toes. Like I was telling Amanda last week, or earlier this week, it helps me see where it is I want to improve and where I really like my style. And even things like this where it's like, okay, well, try to replicate this in this style, and that's my request. It's like, okay, it's like a fun way to just keep you from feeling burnt out. Trying to decide on what background to put. So for Polaroids, you need to color all the way edge to edge in order for it to make a pretty big, like an edge, if that makes sense. Yeah, I would agree, Winter, for sure, because then it's like less plastic with the actual like marker itself. My first instinct is to just do it black, just so that it pops, but that's not the Lisa Frank style with the backgrounds. Lisa Frank background, let's see, there's a white cat here. It's a lot of purple. It's like a darker purple. So let's test out a darker purple that I have. This is just straight up lilac. It's still very vibrant. It's still really close to some of these tones though, so it needs to be at least a couple shades darker. That way it can like pop out. What about magenta? It's like color on color. It's like the saying, practice makes perfect. It may not look perfect to you, but to a lot of people it does look perfect. I like the saying, practice makes permanent, because sometimes you can practice a bad habit and it makes that permanent. But I also think that art is subjective. So, like for Lisa Frank, for instance, like I personally would not do color over color because it has like, it would like, it makes it difficult to find the actual like centerpiece in it if everything is super saturated. But that's Lisa Frank's style. That's what Lisa Frank became known for, these bright colored animals with patterns and bright colors, and was a sensation. It's like, who am I to say? I'm no Lisa Frank. But also too, it's just like art is self-expression, so it's like you have to kind of evolve over time and listen to yourself and listen to how you want to express it. The journey of an artist is really one of self-exploration as much as it is what you're expressing on the outside as well. So because you can practice doing like say hands and feet as well, but if you're not looking at references, if you're not, you know, learning anatomy, if you're not you know, taking not necessarily taking courses for art, I mean that helps tremendously, but that's not how all people learn. People also learn by looking at like YouTube videos of other people doing said things, or like artists that they are inspired by or aspire to be like, because they really like the way that they express themselves, and it's a lifelong journey thing too. But if you're practicing without doing those things and improving it, you're only like solidifying what you know in that moment, or what you think you know too. So it's always going to be a balance between like improvement and finding your style, and that's, I think, one of the most difficult things to balance. And since art is so subjective, there's like really no right or wrong answer. Sometimes you gotta know the basics to break the rules too. Yeah, a lot of these backgrounds are so stinking colorful with like different color patterns over another kind of pattern. The famous art of course I've seen a horse before. Yeah. It's like a colored gradient. What colored gradient, but different pattern to make it stand out. There's already this like, what is this? Right now I'm really just looking at what possible color could we do. There's a lot of like hearts and stars like behind. We already have a pattern here. To be fair, this pattern is a lot, it's more eye-catching, so it's not going to get as lost because it is one of the few things that Lisa Frank uses black with. It's not very common, but of it I see the eyes and like spots. Otherwise, let's see. So we went with very bright saturated color for foreground. The background is more of like a very dark purple, but not like super dark either. Like I have this purple, but it's not quite, oh no, it totally is. I guess my next question is, should we just bring it out to like the edges for sake of simplicity, or not? Because that's not like what Lisa Frank did anyways. What is the image you sent me? It has like a whole like cityscape background. Oh my gosh. Okay. this is what I'm gonna do. We're gonna do, since Olga, you love Carl, right? How about we do like a simple heart pattern in the background. There's that, what was it? You sent me the multicolored heart. So if I do like throw some in here where you would see it. So there's like one here by like the name. How do they pattern this? I'm trying to see if it like turns. It does turn. Okay. And they're quite large actually. So if we do like a large heart, like about this size, and just kind of sprinkle them around. These hearts will also oh, they're multiple things. They do like hearts and stars and music notes. Make this one a little bit bigger. There we go. One more heart maybe up here. Okay, let's get this washi tape. The washi tape isn't going to work as well as it does with the watercolor, but it will still make a very basic border. Actually, do I have a Lisa Frank, like... Oh, I totally do. Hold on. Give me a minute. I gotta use this one instead. I have an even better washi tape to use. I have a few that could work, actually, but I really want to use this other one. Thank you, I really appreciate that. I'm glad that you like how it's turning out. How could I do Lisa Frank without doing a rainbow washi tape? Like, come on. It's gotta be that one, right? Like... No ifs, ands, or buts. Oh, that gold foil's making it really shiny. turn these rainbows right side up. That's okay. We can keep it that way. I just don't want it to keep the graphite hidden underneath. You're gonna get that same problem with watercolor paper if you're using graphite and you don't want the graphite to show. Careful not to color over it. So right now I'm kind of like going over the graphite a little bit to protect it. That way it doesn't get solidified. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna color everything else except for these spots here. Oh no, actually, I'm gonna do it backwards. I'm gonna color these in rainbow stripes and then color the background that dark purple that I put down. So it starts off with the blue. Then purple. I'm gonna stick with the same ones that I was using for the scarf. Bright pink. Orange. Can I get a mod? I'm running out of space, so I'm gonna go straight to green. Cute. And then I'm gonna go in and color everything else in this really dark purple. Before I do that, I'm gonna just rub the edges over here again for good luck. Also, I'm gonna go in on the edges of the washi tape in case there's any graphite. want to make the little spot here a little bit more visible, so I'm going to use the purple that I'm using here. Right now I'm considering if I should do a gradient with the purples, which I think I can try. If I do like a wash, like a diagonal. And then if I don't like it, I can always go back with this darker color I'm using right now and fill it in. Hi, Charlotte. Yeah, I hope you have a good day and night as well. Have a super day. Shar, welcome to YouTube. It's good to see you. How are you holding up? All good. Different social medias for, you know, everybody. I'm really glad you took the time to come see me over here. I felt like it was an easier transition than to ask the Facebook viewers to go to Twitch, since a lot of them are not really, they're like either for it and like cool with it, or like really hesitant and really like not, and I didn't want to like force anyone who wasn't like ready, so I just felt like this was the better call, and I'm really enjoying it here. I'm not really liking how those blend together. And I don't have one that blends in between, I don't think. Oh, let's try this one. Just straight up violet. Nah, yeah, let's just go with the one color. Oh my gosh, what are you doing up, you crazy goose? You silly goose egg, you need your sleep. I don't even know what time is anymore. Have you been getting good rest though? How's your health? How's the baby? Oh, I know. Oh, is it the heat that's keeping you up? It's been really hot, yeah. Oh, this is really cute, actually. It looks like Carl's in space. It looks like Carl's in space. Yeah, I've been trying to get rest, and baby has caused some trouble, but yesterday he decided to behave for a change just less than 8 weeks ago. Oh. Sending you all of the healthy, good vibes, Charlotte. Hi, Olga. I'm not sure if the closed captioning works while I'm live or if it's only after the fact. Hope you're getting some good eats. There we go. Let's see. Anything else when looking at these cats? There's like random highlights all around. So I'm going to use my silver gel pen to do that. There's also a slight white outline around the colored outline. I only have one silver gel pen, so that's gonna have to do. It looks like it's also running out of ink. But I'm gonna do the best I can. Because we have a dark background, the white or silver outline will be easier to see. There we go. I think I've just had enough of all the appointments I've been to. I have to go to the hospital every 2 weeks. That's a lot of appointments. All right, fam bam. I think it's time to do the peel. So I'm gonna start from the top. Again, this is marker, so chances are a lot of it has like absorbed underneath the washi tape, although the washi tape does help. You can see that right here. It's not as clean. So I'm actually gonna go in with the marker again and kind of like use a steady hand and use that as like an outline. This washi tape does not like this paper. It's the first paper I'm using that actually rips with washi tape. Washi tape is supposed to be really, really gentle. Okay, we're gonna give up on that part because it's not, if I continue that, it's gonna destroy the whole piece. And usually it's in the angle that you pull at, so I'm gonna just slow down a little bit here. When it starts to get peely, I'm gonna reset. Go closer to the adhesive and pull diagonally. All right, seem to survive that one. Instead of continuing it from here, I'm gonna go from the bottom. Oh, I'm glad you think it's pretty. Okay, I'm gonna go to the other scene and cut it out. And we'll end it here after showing it off in a different colored background. I'm gonna remove the washi tape that I put down so it could, so that it wouldn't move. So when I move this piece and take it up to me, you'll see the little sketch on the post-it note that we did. Ready? And again, yes, there are going to be little ink transfers. So if you're worried about actually wanting to preserve the sketch itself, I wouldn't recommend just coloring straight onto it like I did. I don't really mind doing that because I really only keep my finals. But in the future, if that's something that I wanted to think about doing in preserving like the entire process, then like I would have probably gone back to the scene, removed it, all of that fun stuff. So right now I'm just cutting around where the template was showing for the Polaroid. For that nostalgic, classic, kind of like antique vintage look. Nice. We got that going right here. I'm gonna go in with a gummy eraser and then whoosh. Readjusting the lighting really quick before I go back in. The white balance is a little off. There we go. All right, let's check this out. And here we have Olga's request. It's pretty much almost done. I'm just gonna take my little Blick gummy eraser and get the graphite out on the sides that I didn't get when I cut the page. And there we have it. One Lisa Frank Carl cat in the shenanigans style. I hope you enjoy. Both of these requests were from the leaderboard. amazing. Yay. I'm so glad you like it. It's perfect. Oh, you're so funny. All right. In addition to that, let's also take a little quick peek at what I did earlier in the stream. This one is for Jacka. This was Jacka's cats. We also did these earlier as well. Aren't they so cute? Their names are Rings, Nemo, and Lovebug. Hi, honey.
Are you done?
In 3 minutes. Why are you coming out here all stompy, Marcus? Huh? Okay, well, I'm still live, and I'm actually still in my scheduled time. Did you see my schedule? Okay. I was actually just about to end, you cranky butt. I was unaware we needed to go places. Anywho's. So just as a recap, this is Jacka's kitty cats. And then we ended with Carl, but in Lisa Frank style, which is super cute in this really nostalgic Polaroid. And unfortunately, I do have to go, so I'm going to end it here, and I'll talk about what we're going to do next in the next scene. Stream time is over, it's time to say goodbye. Yeah, stream time is over, it's time to say goodbye. Goodbye, Shenanigans. Next time on Shenanigans will be tomorrow on Facebook Gaming. Tomorrow is Supporter Saturday, so if you're interested in joining the squads, you can stop by my Facebook link. And what you can do is subscribe monthly. It is $5 United States dollars a month. And basically you'll get access to 9 hours a week of exclusive gaming just for you. We do a morning, an afternoon, and evening session. So hopefully I'll be able to catch you no matter what time zone you're in. And you get to vote for what game I play for the supporters that week. This week we voted in Fall Guys. So 1 to 4 p.m. PDT. That is a different time than usual. I have things to do before then, and it seems like I'll be running short on time to come back before noon. We have appointments for things, but once I'm back, I'll be down for some Fall Guys. And then afterwards will be 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., and I am in the Pacific time zone. So if you're in the UK, that's plus 8 hours. If you're in Eastern Standard, that's plus 3 hours. If you're in Central Time, that's plus 2. And if you're in Mountain Time, that's plus 1. If you're in the Philippines, that's plus 15 or 16 hours. Jade, thank you so much for saying that. Winter, thank you for saying rest well. Oh my gosh. You all take care, and I'm going to end it right around now. All right. Remember to be good